If you're a true Tamiya fan, I'm sure you could already picture the wheelies and bouncing suspension of a classic lunchbox. This model holds a lot of great memories for a lot of modelers, myself included, and now Tamiya has brought it up to date a bit with this new EVO version. They've revised the suspension on here so it's got a handle a lot better, and they made a few other tweaks, which I'm gonna show you in just a little bit. This is a full build-up, so I gotta get this thing together. I'm gonna show you the differences in comparison to the older versions, and then I'm gonna hit up the skate park to see how this handles and have a little classic Tamiya fun. There it is, RC drivers, the Lunch Box EVO, all built up. A lot of fun to put this kit together. This brings back some pretty good memories of some vintage racing back in the late 80s. The body on this is pretty much the same. They did go and refresh the graphics a little bit. You can see they got the Lunchbox EVO logo on the front now, where before that said Vanessa's Lunchbox. Some changes on the decals along the side here. They've updated Vanessa herself. They even gave us new logos on the side here and then in the back. I didn't paint the body, left it the stock molded yellow and skipped out on the trim for now. I'm gonna go back and paint that later, but you can see they've got the tinted windows, the tinted sunroof there, and then just tons of chrome. I actually did go ahead and paint the marker lights here on the front, but snapped in the lenses, those are tinted as well. You got the exhaust on the side here, the chrome bumper out back. And the only real change beyond the graphics is the way the body mounts. It actually sits a little bit lower. So I think that's gonna help with the weight distribution. You can see here the body actually screws into place now. Those mounts are a little bit lower. And now let's take the body off so we could check out underneath. So this tub chassis, the same as the previous version. They've now got a tower stiffener bar up front, and the battery loads in from the bottom. And I'm gonna go right into a problem that I have with this rig. Tamiya, you need to update your battery areas to fit modern day LiPo batteries. I couldn't fit a standard LiPo 2S pack in here, nor could I fit a standard 2S shotgun style LiPo battery pack. It's still set for the dimensions of a shotgun nickel metal hydride battery pack, which pretty much nobody is going to use. They really should have at least extended these bars to fit a shotgun LiPo, or even the battery area itself to fit a standard rectangle LiPo battery pack. So I'm gonna just slip a soft case LiPo in there for now. But as you can see up top, plenty of room to mount your electronics through the speed controller here where they suggested. Just a note on that, make sure that you leave enough wire so it doesn't go and pull on the motor wires when the suspension is at full extension here. So let's get into some of the good stuff, and that is in the suspension changes. So you can see they now have oil-filled shocks. No more friction dampers on here, nice and smooth now, same with the rear. And then in the front, they went and redesigned the arms because we now have an upper turnbuckle on this. So you could adjust camber on it. You won't have that crazy positive camber anymore. Well, I left a little bit in there, but you could adjust that out if you want to. There's still some camber change as you go and cycle through the suspension, but this suspension is so much nicer than the previous versions. So along with the suspension change, there's actually a steering change as well. We now have a bell crank in the center. It doesn't have direct drive steering anymore. So with that bell crank, it also has ball bearings in the steering now, and works a lot smoother, a lot better. And let's spin this around to the rear suspension. So oil-filled shocks in the rear. And remember how they used to have the sliding pivot with the transmission just sliding around and a bracket on either side? They now have a link style suspension. So here are the lower links. They've got a new plate so it attaches that link to there and then to the chassis. And then they have a torsion bar style setup where it has these links here and a bar that twists inside as the suspension pivots back and forth. So you can see it's got some movement there. You still got a solid axle setup, but this setup just seems to work so much smoother. Can't wait to see how it works when I actually go and drive it. Really impressed with the suspension changes over the previous version. Definitely worthy of the EVO name. And now the transmission. So the transmission itself is pretty much the same as before. It's got the plastic gears on the inside and you've got the gear differential. They did give us ball bearings for the transmission, even gave us ball bearings for the front wheel. So a lot of people are gonna be happy to see that. But along with the changes, they've actually widened this truck a little bit. You can see some additional spacers here in the rear. The front has also been widened to match the rear, so it should add a little bit of stability. And then the wheelbase is actually increased just a little bit. So those are nice changes for this truck. And then out on four corners, still have the Chevron style tires and the yellow wheels. But I also found a package inside the box that includes adapters. So if you want to throw on some of Tamiya's wheels with their hexes, you'll be able to go and do that. But I think true Lunchbox fans are going to stick with the chevrons. Wheelie bar out back, we've seen that before. Now let's get into the electronics. They only give you the speed controller and motor with this Hobbywing speed controller. I went and swapped out the Tamiya plug for an XT60, so you can go do that yourself. There is the 540 Mabuchi motor, and then I used a high-tech 628 servo because it's got a 25-2 spline for steering, and I've got a Spectrum SLT radio system in here to control it. Guys, a lot of fun to build. Really cool changes that they made to this. I think it's just going to give you that old school feel, but with a modern day handling package. Now let's go out and drive it and see how it performs. Well, the sun was just out. Now it's kind of raining, but we're going to drive the EVO. We got to see how this guy works. And wow, not a lot of steering out of it. Okay. But it seems ultra smooth. Let's get a little jump in here. Still a little bounce in the front end. Got that classic bounce. Here we go off the steps. Like the bounce, but it is a lot more control, guys. Okay, here we go. More air. We got that tire bounce, but I think it really settles in. Look at this. Oh, we didn't lose the lunchbox. Oh, some road rash. Change up the angle here, go up this ramp. Yeah, there we go. Little quarter grind there. Up and around the loop. Steers better. Oh, look at that steering. Oh, steers like a plow in the dirt. Oh, we're turning, barely turning. Turns left. Right, that was left? Yeah. Turns left a whole lot better. Right. Well, look at that. That is a wide turn. I got the dual rate all the way up on it. Yeah, I checked. I've got the dual rate all the way up. The steering is straight. Now I'm just using a basic Spectrum radio system, but we get some wheelie action in. Let's try the wheelie action. That's what it's about with this thing. Yeah, there we go. Even on a 2S, it can carry that wheelie. Now we'll send it down into the bowl of doom. Made it down and in. There we go. High speed oval action. You can hear that suspension dropping out and the tires catching the body. At least it steers better in here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, barely steers to the right. I think we definitely need to get like a servo saver lockout in this. That'll help it out. All right, guys, time to jump this thing out of it. Oh, man. And there's my window. Now I got to get some air in off of this ramp. It does handle better. I'll give it that. Love that brake whip around. One more jump up for you guys. Full throttle. Nice. Just love how it pivots when you hit the brake. Wheelie. Ta-dum! And the drop down off of this ramp. Nice landing. It's still a lot of fun, guys. It's bringing back some memories. We got better handling now. Just got to fix that steering and it'd be so much better. Actually, I could just hit the brake, whip it around. There we go. But absolutely love this truck. It's got a lot of memories for people. It's definitely got to be a cool build. If you had one before, you got to have another one. Now, the other thing is, guys, yes, it is a plastic car. That's what Tamiya is about. They are a plastic model company. It's in their name. So any of you guys that have seen this for the first time and you're thinking too much plastic, no, that's literally what Tamiya is about. They build plastic models and ones that people absolutely love. Love this thing. Really excited to add it to my collection. If you gotta have one, I'll have links for it in the video description below.